Kept in our bookshelf is a blue bin binder, and in it you'll find a folder that has the camp water on and off procedure. Season opening, you have to close or ensure all the water valves are closed. Things like the sink, and just make sure everything's set to off because they were turned on before. And then the same throughout all the bathroom, and just the bathroom and the kitchen and outside. Okay, so the first one here on the list, A, hot water heater drain at bottom of tank, drains through the floor. That's right down in the bathroom. Here's the hot water heater. And the drain is this. Just everything righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, basically. So close that. And then at the top of the tank, the pressure relief valve. This we just flip down, make sure that is what releases the pressure if it gets to be too much. And then I think to fill the tank, I didn't open this, but this is a start of the season thing. You open that up and then the hot water tank will fill up. So that's at the beginning of the year, and the end of the year doesn't really matter that gets shut down. I'm not sure why it was now. But. Okay, so I've now walked through all of these, A, B, C, the sink, hot and cold taps, shower hot and cold taps, kitchen sink, hot and cold taps, outside spigot is here on the side of the bathroom. There's our dock down there, there's the spigot. And then there's what's called G, the low point valves under the bathroom, hot, cold. If we come to the end of the bathroom, so here's the bathroom window, down under here, you can see those two valves. Now right on the pipes here, I keep a bar. This has a little thing in the end that allows me to turn them. So I'll just reach in, clamp those on, and turn to the right to close them. Okay, so I've finished closing all the valves, including low points. The next step, here in the kitchen by the back door, it says water pump auxiliary. So I'll flip that on. And then next, we'll need a bottle of water for priming, like a gallon jug or two. The other thing that we'll need before going down to the pump house is the crescent wrench, which is in the shed. The keys here in the kitchen are right on this hook. That is the shed key right there. One of the 3 holes and the teeth on both sides. Alright, so once the shed's unlocked, you can get the crescent wrench, which is kept here toward the top of the pegboard. Alright, so with a gallon, maybe 2 of water and the crescent wrench, I head down to the pump house, which at least for now, out of this old decrepit building down the hill, and to replace it one of these years. It opens very simply. Just grab the top of the door, pull it down. Alright, I've cleaned some of the leaves out of the pump house here. We can see that it is unplugged. Like I mentioned, that's one of the last things that we do is unplug the well so it's not running when you flip the circuit on. And now basically we'll pour in some water to prime the pump. I'll show you that. And there are a couple valves you put in. One sits upside down over there, so no acorns fall down in there. And then the 3 others are downward facing, and they get kept in a little baggie, which is just down on the floor of the pump house here. So those are smaller ones. And I will show you where each of those go in a minute.
Okay, go.
Alright, so there are 3 the check valves that were in the little baggie. One is steel or iron. You can see that's a little rusted. That goes in the back of the pump. The 2 brass ones, the ones that don't have rust, go on the check valve right here. The larger one goes on the left side. Screws in right there. And the smaller one goes on the right side. Okay, so that's those 2 check valves. Then I'll just use the crescent wrench to snug them up a bit. Not too much. They're brass, so somewhat soft. Just hand snug. If we see once we turn it on that they leak at all, then we just give it another turn. Maybe even rewrap it with the Teflon there. Okay. Okay, for the iron check valve here, it goes at the very bottom of this ring on the other side. I'm going to reach around just to show you. Zoom out here. So at the very bottom there, see the hole? It's a little awkward, but you just get that twisted in, and then I'll come back with a wrench and snug it up.
Okay, go.
Alright, next, so we've done A, put in the brass plugs, B, put in the back plug, C, the top plug is loosely removed. Now I'm going to use this funnel, which I keep on the side here, in there, prime it with some water, quickly insert this, hand tighten it, and plug it in. And if it takes, then we're good. If not, then take it out, pour some more water in, and go. Alright, give it a shot like this.
It takes a lot of water.
Yeah, half it.
I haven't quite recognized the sound change on this, but I know in the past I can tell it's working by when I take this off slowly and actually spurts some water. So at this point, I'm going to unplug it, pour some warm water in, and try it again. So that was just sucking water. I'm going to do it without the filter. Maybe I can get it to go in faster without
The funnel.
funnel.
So you want the water right up to the top
Ideally.
as best you can.
I don't know, I haven't done this enough years to really know.
We're trying it again.
Okay, so that's a signal that we're successful. It's got water under pressure. So I'll snug this up. Start it up again, and now it's going to run for a while because it has to fill the various pipes and tanks and other things.
Go.
We've been through step 6, plug in the pump, listen for water flow. And I close the pump house door, and then I'm now going to go up to the camp, bleed the air from the hot and cold water taps, and then await the fill of the hot water tank before turning on hot water power. And really This is only something, hot water power is only on when somebody's here and using it. So if it's first of the season, you might not even do that step. But it's key to make sure that the tank is full and all the air is out before the hot water goes on. Okay?
So it took about 7/8 of the gallon.
Yeah, not a full gallon, but depending on how many times it takes, it could take a full gallon or more. Okay, now just to bleed some of the air, this will spurt and sputter at some point as it gets the air out. That's the cold water, should come right away. The hot has the whole tank to fill, so we won't actually get hot water for a while. That's good, and I'll just try running the others. Up a little dirty to start.
And the
Okay.
hot won't have any.
Yeah, once the hot water tank is full, which is behind you, it'll take a long time to fill. There are two switches that start this. One is here, hot water auxiliary, and the other one will walk into the bedroom. And there's the other one, water heater primary. But again, keep those off until the tank is full, otherwise the element overheats and burns out. So that's how you turn the water on. One of these hoses, the long one, is the one that goes from a Y valve at the spigot, and I keep the Y valve right around here somewhere. It's just a little plastic Y valve, and it runs under the camp. I use a rope to haul it back and forth, and then goes through a pipe and then around the back to the washing machine.
Around the back of the shed.
Around the back of the shed. So putting it out, you're basically starting on the dock side, using the rope to haul it through. I stuff the end with a little plastic and a rubber band just so dirt doesn't go in there, and then get that through. Okay, so it's the dark green hose with a white stripe that we use. The end that has the plastic on it gets tied to that rope, which is kept right under here. Usually tie it to a board so it doesn't fall apart. Tie that onto the hose. One person pulls, one person helps feed. It can be helpful to untangle. Good.
So over here by the lilac bush, there's a board laying on top of the pull stick, and that's where you pull the hose through.
There's a pipe there, and the pipe only goes as far as the outside of the camp. Here's the rope. So we'll use that to pull it through. Now starting Maria feeding the end of the hose into the pipe so that we can keep pulling on it and get it pulled through. Is it coming?
Yeah.
Okay. Ta-da! There, so the rope gets left in the camp. Any rope will do, but this green one's the one we traditionally use, and so it's left under the camp over by the spigot.
Yeah, the rope's always been just
Okay, the rope's always left in place over by the spigot, so that's where it'll be. Okay, so the hose gets pushed up through the floor, then hooked up down behind the washing machine is a Y valve. So the hose comes to the Y valve, connects right there, and then the washing machine's ready to go.